844-747-2577. Let's go to Cameron, who's on the line in Reno, Nevada. Cameron, you're on the Ken Coleman Show.
How you doing, Ken?
I am living the dream. How can I help today?
So I just had a question as to if I should go back to school and, get a degree to better prepare myself for the future, I suppose, than my current job that's a little bit harder on my body currently.
Okay, well, let's just talk about the future. What's the future? What do you want that to be? Tell me about it.
Not exactly sure. I had a couple of changes recently that have really made me start thinking about it. Wife got pregnant, and so we got a baby on the way. And she finished.
Congratulations. Congratulations, but let's pause the conversation. We don't need to be considering going to school to help you for your future if you don't know what your future is to look like. So we got to settle the future first. Then we decide if school is the option. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about that. What do you know about something you might like to do? What are you passionate about? What are your talents? Tell me what you're most certain about, and we'll see where we need to dig in.
Most certain about, I've always loved being the go-to guy for, people's problems. And it's kind of the role that I've got myself in now. I've always, kind of had the dream of going into electrical engineering. It's just what I've always found to be easy for myself, and yet everybody always seems to find it extremely complicated and difficult.
Good. Okay, so that's probably, you have multiple talents that are at the top of your talent list, and then you see those tying into, those are the tools that give you the opportunity to do electrical engineering, because you actually, it's not just that you're good at it or that it's easy. I think you enjoy it, yes or no?
Very much so, yeah.
All right, now how does the electrical engineering tie into, you've always enjoyed solving people problems? Make the connection for me.
Not people problems, but problems in which people have.
So, good. Great, good. I got it. I totally got it. I misunderstood you, but I'm glad you clarified it. Good. So, just for fun here, since you're rolling, take me 5, 7 years, 10 years down the road. We're just having fun, you and me right now, Cameron. We're wishing. We're dreaming. No limits. Yeah, I like his spirit. Did you hear that? All right. He's ready to dream. Cameron, this is really important. Have fun with this. 10 years from now, what are you doing with that electrical engineering experience and talent? What are you doing?
I'd love to be owning my own business, going into different startup companies for, programmers. They all can have the great ability of writing an awesome program for, some awesome thing. But they can't ever really, design the circuit boards or, get the actual solid product that they want. They have it in their mind, but they can't actually get it developed. And I'd love to be able to step in and, build that for them and bring their dreams to reality.
I love that, Cameron. So now let's back up. Let's back into that future. How old are you right now?
Going to be 28 in July.
28. So you're plenty young for this. You got plenty of time. What do you think are the first steps, knowing now what that future is?
I guess an experience and having the actual degree for it, I suppose.
Mm-hmm. Well, hold on. Let's go talk to some engineers. Can you get in an engineering job or in an engineering company where you're getting the experience you need initially without a degree?
Not in an engineering role.
No. I didn't say that. I'm glad I did not say that. Let me be clear. I apologize. I didn't say an engineering role. I know you have to have the degree most likely to get the engineering role, but I'm going to push against that a little bit. Because I talked to somebody the other night in Chicago at our book tour. A guy had been a machinist for 25 years, Cameron. 25 years as a machinist. And he went and he did get his degree, but he didn't have any experience. And he was like, well, I don't have any experience. So let me just say this. I think you could do some functions of an engineer, and that's what I'm trying to get you to think about. Doesn't mean you are an engineer, but could you work with engineers or in a place where engineers are doing some of the functions before you get the degree? That's what I'm asking.
Oh, most definitely. I do that currently.
Okay, so here's my point.
That's my main job.
Great. So my point is stay there. and now save up the
Okay.
money to get the engineering degree. So I didn't realize that was what you were doing now. So good on you. So now we just want to save up the money and then go get the engineering degree. And honestly, like I talk about Liberty University every day, Cameron, you ought to be calling them. Say, hey, what can I do online in your engineering program? I mean, you ought to just call them. You don't have to go with Liberty, but I'm endorsing them. You need to talk to them.
Mm-hmm.
Liberty.edu/Ken. The phone number's right there. Just say, hey, what's your engineering program like? What do your courses cost? You might be able to do 2 online courses or just one to get started while you're in your current job. And before you know it, you got that engineering degree and you're already in a role where you're working in that field, so you're getting some very valuable experience. I want you to now go talk to some engineers as this next step, okay, and say, hey, how could I get some even free volunteer experience that I could at least put on my resume that's real engineering work that's going to help me look more attractive and be more qualified after I get this degree? That question right there, somebody's going to have an answer for that. You never know what could materialize with that. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So, hey, you got this, man. I'm fired up for you. You definitely need to move. Hey, listen, you need to move forward on the schooling for sure.
Okay.
That's really the heart of your question.
That's my main hang-up.
Yeah, absolutely. But don't get all hung up on it being full-time. You don't have to go full-time. You got a good job right now. Cash flow your way through this. It's going to be worth it. Okay?
Okay.
All right, my man.
I appreciate that.
Yes, sir. I want to hear back from you when you get that engineer gig. Boy, I got a feeling, Joe and Madison, that we are building up this gigantic parade of dream screams. If you listen to the show and you've stepped into the dream job, we want you to call the phone number that I give out, leave a voicemail, say, hey, I want to do my dream scream, email ask@kencoleman.com. We want to set it up. This fires people up. But we also know we're not even 2 years into the show yet, so there's some work to be done. But you know it's going to happen, don't you, one day? It's just going to be nuts. And that's what I want. Just like Dave Ramsey's got 3 debt-free screams most days, we want dream screams every day. That's what this is about.